guys, hello, assalamu alaikum. So I have been on a quest to find a yellow maxi dress. I don't know why, but for spring and summertime I've just really been wanting a yellow maxi dress, and I have not been able to find one anywhere near as long enough for me. So that leaves me the option of what I usually have to resort to, which is making my own maxi skirt. So when I found the fabric, I did post a picture on Instagram because I was trying to see, if anybody would be interested in seeing a super easy maxi skirt tutorial, and they got enough likes, so I will go ahead and do the tutorial for a super easy maxi skirt. This is definitely a good, if you're just beginning and if you're just starting out sewing, this is definitely where I start out with making skirts. This is going to be like the easiest maxi skirt that you could possibly make. There's no pattern. You most likely won't need any scissors or any extra cutting. The only things that you'll really need is, measuring tape, maybe some pins to, secure your fabric when you're sewing. A sewing machine, preferably. I'm sitting here in front of my sewing machine. So a sewing machine preferably. If you do not have one, this is definitely something you could do by hand. It's just going to take a lot longer. So, those are the options. Oh, and of course, you'll need your fabric. I'm using this super bright. I hope it comes up on camera as bright as it really is. But I'm using this super bright fabric. It is kind of like a denim. I wanted something that inshallah won't be see-through. So I'm hoping this will be thick enough that it won't be see-through. If not, I'll just put something, like a slip or something underneath it. And of course, your thread. And you'll also need an elastic band, which is going to hold up your skirt. For me, I'm gonna make this a little bit of a high waist skirt. So mine's gonna be a little bit longer, but definitely, if you want it shorter, just measure from wherever you want it down to how long you want it. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started, guys. So we'll go ahead and get started with the first seam. As you can see, I just folded it along the selvage part because I do need mine to be super long. Like I said, I'm doing high-waisted. So I just folded along the selvage, and now I've pinned it, and then I'm just sewing straight down to have the seam. This will have one seam, and that will be in the back or wherever you decide to position it, but mine, I would put it in the back. And then you just sew down, work your way down. And I do pull out my needles. I don't have a lot in here, so I pull them out. I don't know. Some people don't. One thing I will also say that has been a tip for me when I first started sewing was to take my time and not go super fast. I'd rather take my time and it just take me longer and have nice straight seams than, trying to rush through it and my seams are looking all kinds of crazy. So yeah, here we go. Alright guys, so yeah, I'm just down to the end, and you just do your last piece here. Alright, so now we'll move on to the next part. Alright guys, so I just finished sewing the first seam. I don't know if you can see me. Hopefully you guys can see me. I just finished sewing the first seam, and I do just want to mention that this is going to be the inside of the skirt. So where you have made your seam, hopefully you guys can see that, but this of course will be the outside, and then this part right here is going to be the inside. Since I did go along the selvage, I may go in and cut along here just to kind of, get rid of some excess fabric. If you have a serger, then you don't have to worry about that. But then again, if you have a serger, you're probably not watching this video because you are probably way better at sewing than me. But yeah, either way, definitely that's where you guys, hopefully you're not just getting lost in the sea of yellow, but that'll be the seam on the back. All right, so now we'll move on to the next part. So in my haste to go ahead and get started with this tutorial, I totally skipped the first step and went on to the second one. So the first thing that I normally would have done was I would have folded the fabric along here along the top of it where I'm going to put the elastic, and I would have sewed that down first, making sure to measure and making sure to leave enough room for my elastic depending upon, you know, how wide or thin my elastic is. So I would have done that first, and then I would have went in and done this seam down the back. But either way, the tutorial must go on, and it's still gonna end up being a fabulous and super easy. I just skipped a step. I'm a little excited. So I really want this yellow maxi skirt, so sorry guys, but definitely, you know, do this step first, which I'm about to show you now, which is just sewing along the top of your fabric, measuring to leave enough room for your elastic because you'll be sliding that through and it will hold your skirt up. So yeah, now I'm gonna go ahead and do the first step, which is sewing this part for my elastic. I'm not doing anything super fancy here. If you wanted to, hopefully you guys can see this, but I just left the edges like that. If you wanted to make it super neat, you just measure the amount that you need out based on the width of your elastic band, and you can fold this over like that. So that way, when you sew it, you'll have a nice clean edge, like so. But, you know, I'm just gonna keep it funky and leave the edges out because it's not going to make that big of a deal to me. But if you want it to have a nice polished look, then that is definitely what I would do. So you'll sew this, and you do want to leave a space opening. You want to leave like a little opening wide enough for you to fit your elastic through. I usually leave mine around here where I actually sew down my first seam, so that way I don't forget. So I usually leave it like right in this area, and I'll show you a close-up of that once I've done this part. I'm hoping you guys can see this. You probably can because I actually didn't have any yellow thread and I still went along with the tutorial, so you'll probably be able to see the white thread. But, you know, mashallah, it's okay. Just, you know, general tutorial, super easy, so you guys get the idea. So I'm almost to the end. I'm just gonna finish up, and I'm gonna leave that space open a little more. I'll leave that space open. Okay. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see this, and I'm in the viewer there, but there's this space open right here for me to fit the elastic through, right there. And I'll show you guys how I do that later. And just to give you a better idea, like I was saying, show you something a little closer. If you wanted to for the hem, for the top or for the bottom, I had mine just simply folded like this. Hopefully you guys can see that. If you want to make it neater, you just fold it like that and then fold it over, and you'll sew along there so it'll be nice and clean and neat. So yeah, hopefully you guys are seeing that. Alright, next up. Alright guys, so the next thing you'll do is you'll get the elastic that you'll be using, of course, to hold your skirt up. And then you'll take this elastic and just wrap it around wherever you plan on wearing it. Like I said, mine's going to be high-waisted, so I'll wrap mine, you know, a little bit higher up, and then I'll just cut right here, and I'll show you guys how I'll thread that through the fabric. If I was doing, you know, just like a regular maxi skirt, then you just lower it and, you know, put it wherever you want to wear it at. So I'll go ahead and start threading this through and show you guys how to do that. Alright guys, so here is the opening that I left where I did the hem. This is how you're going to thread your elastic through. You get like a really large paper clip or any size paper clip that you have, but you know, the bigger your elastic, the stronger you want your paper clip to be. You just kind of push that through. Make sure this is in frame. And then you just start slowly pushing that through. So just kind of push and move the fabric to get it situated. There we go. Alright, so you keep your paper, what is it called? What is this thing called? You keep your safety pin and then just push through and fold the fabric over. So push like that, and then pull. And mine is a little tight. That's okay. I wanted it to be kind of tight around the elastic, so that's fine. It'll just be a little bit trickier to get it through, but I'll come back to you guys once I've got this all the way through. Just keep going. All right. Alright guys, so then all you have to do, you have your elastic out here and you'll just work it through. So I'll check back with you once I have that done. So I have it pulled through, as you can see here. The last step to finish off your skirt is to just close this hole right here where you have your elastic at. So you'll just place this right here, and sorry if you guys can hear that's music because I'm editing another video right now, but yeah, you place the elastic, scoot it up a little, and you'll sew right there, and you guys will be done. That'll be it. That'll be end of this fabulous tutorial. So let me go ahead and do that real quick. Alright you guys, so I just finished closing where there was that opening after you put your elastic in. Then you are really done. Like, that is the world's easiest maxi skirt. All done, fini, super cute. I'm going to iron this out and I will take some pictures and show you guys how I will style this. Alright you guys, assalamu alaikum. I finished the maxi skirt. Sorry that my camera died, but what I was saying is I was just going to go ahead and iron it out and then style it and show you guys how I style this maxi skirt. So I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, definitely give it a thumbs up. I hope that it was easy enough to follow along with. Hopefully, if it was, you know, let me know. If you guys want to see more tutorials, things where I actually use patterns, and I have like a pleated maxi skirt that I did and a jumper and things like that that I made. So if you guys want to see, you know, some more do-it-yourself and sewing tutorials, definitely give the video a thumbs up or leave a comment below and let me know what you think. If you do make a maxi skirt using this tutorial, which I hope you do because I hope it was easy enough to follow along with, but if you do, definitely make a video response and, you know, leave that down below or post your pictures on Instagram and let me know what you guys have made. So I hope you like this video. I really do like sewing and making things, and like I said, sometimes I have to do it so I can find things long enough to fit me. But yeah, I will go ahead and show you guys how I have styled this maxi skirt, and inshallah I will do like a maxi skirt lookbook. Hopefully, if I do that, I will put a link for that in this video. But other than that, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Assalamu alaikum.